Hey everybody, it's Penny One, and I'm back at you with another Harry Potter movie review, everyone, and we're moving on to year 4, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, everyone. So this has always been my wife's favorite Harry Potter movie. Still is today, even after we watch these every single year. This has always been her favorite Harry Potter movie, everybody. This is not one of my favorite Harry Potter movies. I gotta tell you, when I go to rank these movies, this is gonna be really hard because I don't think any of these movies are necessarily bad or badly made movies. I think they're all good to great. So this is gonna be a really hard franchise to rank. Hi, I am not looking forward to it, but I am at the same time. So yes, we're talking about Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, everybody. The Harry Potter movie that introduces our characters to puberty. That's right. And every single guy in this movie, the young guy characters, have long ass hair in this movie for some reason. I'm not sure why, if it's because it was 2005 and it was just something they were going through. I don't really know, but all of our younger guy characters literally have long hair in this movie. I'm really not sure why, but I think it's kind of funny. So, yeah, kind of funny. So this is directed by Mike Newell. Everyone, we get another new director, and I think he did a pretty good job. I would say he's probably my least favorite director in the franchise, though, because he does keep the tone that was established in the third movie, where it is darker, because we do have some really dark shit that happens in this movie. I mean, we literally have a high school student basically get murdered at the end of the movie, Cedric Diggory, who is played by Robert Pattinson. That's right, our new Batman was in the Harry Potter franchise. Really quick moment in one movie. He wasn't in any other movies before he even played freaking Edward, the freaking sparkly vampire. That's right, he was every girl's little crush in the Harry Potter franchise, and he was only in one movie. But yes, he plays Cedric Diggory, and he's just, I don't know, he's an okay character. I've never really found him to be, I guess, something that I've really been a character I've been into or intrigued by. So I guess his death scene towards the end of the movie it didn't really affect me, I guess, watching these movies even the first time. So I don't really know. Maybe it's because we didn't spend a lot of time with him. It would have been different if he would have been in the other movies, I guess, and he would have been more established, but it's whatever, you guys. It's whatever. So, and then we get Brendan Gleeson plays Alistair Moody, everybody, or at least a different version of Alistair Moody, because it is not actually Alistair, and he is the new teacher of the Defense Against the Dark Arts, everyone. So, and the reason I say he is a different version of Alistair Moody is because Barty Crouch Jr. actually takes Polyjuice Potion and just keeps drinking it, and he goes undercover for Lord Voldemort as this person in Hogwarts this year to basically set everything up throughout the movie to get Harry to where he needs to be at the end of the movie, in that freaking graveyard that we see flashes of throughout the movie because Harry's dreaming about it. He literally lays the groundwork and everything and stages everything almost to get Harry where he needs to be. And he was very successful. So, but yeah, and then, of course, Ralph Fiennes, everybody, plays our live-action debut, real person, physical person of Lord Voldemort, everybody. And I gotta tell you, the scene where he appears and everything, where Peter Pettigrew freaking gets him cooking in that freaking witch's cooking pot thing, and he appears out of that, and the way that they digitally made that look and everything, and the look of Voldemort is just fantastic. They picked a perfect guy to play freaking Voldemort. They did. That's right. Buffalo Bill. That's right. Ray Fiennes playing Voldemort. perfect guy to play him. And they love the way he didn't have a nose. He had like basically they made his face look kind of snaky and everything. He looked great, and it was a great debut for him at the end of this movie. The whole sequence in the graveyard was fantastic. Like, fantastic. Because at first, like, when he first appears, he doesn't even, like, acknowledge Harry for a few minutes. And then finally, after he's talking to all of his Death Eaters and stuff, and Lucius is there, and then finally he's like, "Oh, Harry, I almost forgot you were here." It's just, the whole sequence is creepy as shit, and they really establish that Voldemort is this force that they really are going to have a hard time taking down and defeating, and they all should fear. Like, they should be scared of this guy, and they establish that with the first showing of him physically being back for the first time. Like, just, they did a great job with that. And really dark, like really dark shit, because that's where Cedric dies. Peter, does the Avada Kedavra, like, and kills him and shit. It's pretty dark shit. But basically the plot of this movie is that when this year starts at Hogwarts, we get the Goblet of Fire. It's this big Triwizard tournament that goes on, and Hogwarts has been selected to host it as the host school. So the really cool thing about this movie is we get introduced to 2 other magical schools that are out there, and they come to Hogwarts, and they have a champion chosen, because Dumbledore gives the big speech, when they have their first big dinner in the big hall and everything, when the first day of school starts, and he reveals the Goblet of Fire, and he tells people that you have to be 17 to enter. The ministry changed the age to 17, and of course all the kids were like, boo, they were pissed, and 3 champions will be chosen. So they show people putting their names in there, and then it comes time for when it shoots the names out and it selects them. And Harry's not 17, but he gets picked, everyone. That's right. He's the 4th champion, and it causes some big controversy because there was a spell around the Goblet of Fire, so that nobody that wasn't 17 could put the name in there. And the thing is it was Alistair. It was Barty Crouch Jr. That's who did it. That's what I mean. He laid the groundwork for Harry to go through this Triwizard tournament and get to where he needed to be and shit. So he laid all the groundwork. So it was very mischievous and a very good plan, because it totally worked. So yeah, Harry gets chosen, and there's 4 champions, and we get to see them go through these trials, basically. Like, they get to go up against dragons. Awesome sequence with Harry going up against his dragon, because they don't show the other 3 going up against theirs. They show him picking their dragon. But yeah, the sequence with him and the dragon, fantastic stuff. And then we have this underwater sequence, and then there's this big maze. There's the last one that they do, and the Triwizard Cup, the trophy, is at the end of the maze, and whoever gets to it first and reaches it, that's who is the Triwizard champion is. But the thing is because of what Crouch Jr. did to the Triwizard Cup, he turned it into a portkey, and that's what transports Harry and Cedric to the freaking cemetery where Voldemort is. And it's crazy. I mean, the movie's entertaining. I will say that, like, the school side of the Harry Potter movies kind of takes a back seat. And that's kind of why, that's one thing I don't like about this movie is that because of the Triwizard tournament, it has to focus more about that stuff, which is cool. The Triwizard tournament thing is really cool because we get a lot of cool characters that are introduced in this, and some of them we don't see again, and then some we don't see until like a couple movies down the road again. But yeah, the school aspect of Hogwarts really takes a back seat. We really don't see the students doing the school stuff very much, and the holidays that, you know, they usually have this certain type of thing that they do in these movies with Halloween and then Christmas and then when spring comes, that's all different because of the Triwizard Tournament. And that's one thing I don't really like about this movie, is I like that formula. I like that school format formula that they have in these Harry Potter movies. But still, though, entertaining as hell movie. We get to see in the very beginning, I forgot to talk about this, we get to see like the professional Quidditch. Like professional Quidditch in the very beginning. They go to this huge tournament where all these pro Quidditch teams are playing and shit in this huge arena. Really badass shit. It's just really cool. And that kind of grandness is just in this movie because of the type of movie that it is. And it's still got the dark tone to it. And the kid actors go through puberty in this movie. Oh my God. Like, because they're all starting to, like, you know, find dates to go to this ball and everything. And our main three characters, Ron, Hermione, and Harry, actually all kind of are fighting with each other throughout a lot of this movie. Like, Ron and Harry have their first big, like, spat with each other, and it's kind of just like, Jesus Christ, man. Ron, get over it, bro. Like, he gets so pissed at Harry that he got picked to be in the Triwizard Tournament, and Harry's just like, dude, I didn't put my freaking name in there, man. I can't. Like, and Ron is just so mad at him, and it's just like, tweeny drama. It's just, I feel like I like that they had the tweeny drama in this movie because of their age and everything that they were, so it made sense that they would go through this shit. But I feel like it was a little too much in the movie. They put a little bit too much of it in the movie. So, but yeah, so we get to see all that. We get to see our characters, our main characters, finally kind of have issues with each other for the first time, which is cool. Which normally would happen if you're friends and you've known each other for years and you're growing up together. That kind of shit happens in real life. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, we get our first appearance of Voldemort. We get the Triwizard Tournament. Very entertaining shit that we get to see because of that. It's a different take of the school year, which is okay. Special effects are good in the movie. Again, like I said, once the third movie hit, I feel like the special effects just kept getting better and better than they were in the first two movies. So I am going to give Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire a 7 out of 10, everybody. It's still a pretty good, entertaining movie. I just have a few issues with certain things of the movie. Like I said, the tweeny drama and the school aspect takes a back seat. I don't really like some of that stuff in this movie. So, a 7 out of 10 for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. I thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you on the tube later because I have spoken.